Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's episode, which is Meghan Markle a narcissistic sociopath? Is she a bully? Is she having screaming tirades? Did she think she was going to be the Beyonce of the UK? But before we dive into that, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to check out the description box below and shop our love collection and grab some goodies. So with that, let's dive right on in. So those were not my words. Those are the words of the new bombshell book by Valentine Lowe. He has been covering the royals for the last 25 years. He's written a couple books about them already, but his newest one is slated to be the wildest one, with the most tea, with the most drama, with the most bombshells. So I'm going to read to you a couple of excerpts from the book from page 6. And then we will dive into my thoughts on what they're saying about Meghan Markle, and we can discuss. So let's dive right on in. Again, this is in page 6. It says, Meghan Markle's alleged screaming tirades debilitated her ex-staffers, a bombshell new book claims. There were a lot of broken people, an insider claimed to author Valentine Lowe, who wrote Courtiers, the hidden power behind the crown. Young women were broken by their behavior, the palace source added. In his book, Lowe describes one alleged incident during which Markle, 41, lambasted a young female worker in front of other colleagues. Don't worry, if there was literally anyone else I could ask to do this, I would be asking them instead of you, Markle purportedly told the staffer with whom she had been working to execute a plan of sorts. The Archetypes podcast host is said to have verbally attacked staffers on numerous occasions. She allegedly became irate with one employee over a mishap involving press at a public engagement. She's not picking up. I feel terrified, the employee allegedly said after they were unable to reach Markle via phone. This is so ridiculous. I can't stop shaking. In Courtiers, Lowe claims that one staff member was completely destroyed by their experience working for Markle and her husband, Prince Harry. A former royal aide claimed that the couple, who wed in May 2018, repeatedly called them out while at dinner on a Friday night, only to berate the staffer. Every 10 minutes, I had to go outside to be screamed at by her and Harry. It was, I can't believe you've done this. You let me down. What were you thinking? They alleged. It went on for a couple of hours. The calls allegedly began again the next morning and ensued for days. The ex-employee elaborated, you could not escape them. Meanwhile, Private Secretary Samantha Cohen was allegedly screamed at by Markle and Harry, 38, before and during a flight to Australia for their 2018 tour of South Pacific. Sam always made clear that it was like working for a couple of teenagers. They were impossible and pushed her to the limit. She was miserable, a friend of Cohen's claims in the book. She was constantly having to battle on Harry and Meghan's behalf while taking all this abuse from them. As depicted in another excerpt from Courtiers, Palace Press Chief Jason Knopf allegedly wrote an email in 2018 to Prince William's private security Simon Case about various serious problems with Markle's behavior. I am very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully 2 PAs out of the household in the past year. The Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights, it allegedly read. When Markle and Harry were reportedly asked to treat staffers with more respect, the Suits alum allegedly replied, it's not my job to coddle people. Harry and Meghan, who infamously quit their royal duties in 2020, recently faced a series of struggles during their visit to the UK to mourn the September 8th death of Queen Elizabeth II. In addition to icy interactions with William and his wife, Kate Middleton, the pair was invited to and later uninvited from a state reception for world's leaders and foreign leaders on September 16th. Page Six exclusively reported that they only found out after reading about the disinvite in the press. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Dun, 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 dun. It's going down. It's going down. Okay, now I have the scoop on some other allegations that were made in this book. So some other allegations that were made in the book was that Meghan Markle thought she was going to be the Beyonce of the UK. Like she was going to go out there, she was going to be beloved, she was going to be so cool. You know, it was just going to be sunshine and rainbows and lemonade all day long. There's also the allegation that she was fighting with her assistant over receiving freebies. So as we know, Meghan Markle has a podcast. She's now seen kind of as like an influencer in this space. You know what I mean by that. She has a lot of followers. She's in the public eye. And so she was receiving a lot of, freebies and gift bags from brands and sponsors. And so she was accepting the freebies. And apparently her assistant was like, that's against royal protocol. You're not allowed to accept free gifts. And allegedly Meghan Markle had a tirade about this and she was really pissed. And she was just like, no, I want the free gifts. What are you talking about? I'm accepting the free gifts. Now, this is also not the first time that there have been bullying allegations, narcissistic allegations, her just, going off the deep end and really being a lot to work with and a lot of pain. They also said that a lot of the staffers called themselves the Sussex Support Group, having survived her narcissistic abuse, allegedly. And there was also the allegation that Meghan Markle didn't want to actually be liked by the royals and the royal staffers. They're saying that, they made the mistake in thinking that she wanted to be happy when the truth was she wanted to not be liked. So then later on, she could have this victim narrative. She could have, out there, I've been victimized, think about her, interview with Oprah, where she's claiming that she's been victimized and silenced and all of these things and talking about, the skin color of her child, X, Y, and Z. Now, this is my thoughts. This is my opinion. Again, everything is alleged and rumored, but I'll give you my opinion on this situation. A couple of things. Do I think that Meghan Markle wanted to be the Beyonce of the UK? No. I think Meghan Markle wanted to be the Oprah of the UK. I think she thought that she would come, she would be beloved, she would do philanthropy, she would be this humanitarian, she would have her books, she would have her podcast, she would have her Netflix shows, she would, just be embraced by the world as this sort of like opulent person. I think the reason why that the staffers are saying the Beyonce of the UK is because that's how they viewed her. I think they viewed her as a diva. I think they viewed her as demanding. I think they viewed her as, really wanting, fame and pop and stance and all of that stuff, more of a Beyonce. Because there's a difference between how you view yourself and how other people view you. So this sort of like clickbaity Beyonce of the UK, I think that's how the staff viewed her. I don't think that's how she viewed herself, if that makes sense. Now, do I believe this bullying, screaming tirades, this, that, and the third, she's a mess, she's a narcissist, she's a sociopath? What I think is a couple of things. I think that these staff coming out, and I also think the book itself, to be honest, is a big mouthpiece for Prince William and Kate and King Charles. Because as we know, Prince William and Princess Kate and King Charles, they can't come out and publicly, do any type of media or press backlash, retort, clap back to Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. It's against protocol. They're not allowed to do it. That's why when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry did Oprah and they were doing all this press, it was this huge rift. It was this huge thing because they're not supposed to publicly ever in the press go against the institution, go against the Queen, go against King Charles, go against Prince William. And they clearly aired all of the royal dirty laundry in the press, in the public, on Oprah. But that's why you don't see Prince William and Princess Kate doing their own expose, going on Oprah to give their side of the story because they can't regarding protocol. So what I think that this book, I think these staffers' quotes is the way that Prince William, Princess Kate, and King Charles is clapping back. Do I think everything in this book is a lie? No. Do I think everything in this book is the truth? No. I think there's multiple sides to every story. Do I think that these staffers wanted Meghan Markle to be happy? No. I don't think that they really were checking for Meghan Markle. Don't forget how the staffers, the institution, the firm, the UK, whatever you want to call it. Princess Diana was beloved by the people, but she was not beloved by the firm, by the institution, by the royals. You see what I'm saying? And that was just one generation. And Diana, let's just call a thing a thing. Diana was white and British, and look at how they dogged her out, and look what happened to her. So imagine, Meghan Markle can be biracial all day she wants to, but let's call a thing. You know what I mean? You have a Black woman that is now, in the royal house. Do I think that they came to her with open arms? Probably not. So I think that both things can be true. Do I think Meghan Markle probably had an attitude at times, probably was demanding at times, probably popped off at times? Yes. But do I think that the staff was this altruistic, cowering, oh my God, we're so scared, it's Meghan. No, I don't think that either. I think both things are true. I think she has popped off. I think she's probably had some bullying issues, but I also don't think that the staffers are 100% innocent or being 100% transparent about the struggles that she did face being a Black woman in the royal house, with the royals, with the firm, with the institution, whatever it's called. I think both things can be true. Now, when they're saying Prince Harry was in on this, now I'm a little bit confused because we never really heard anything bad about Prince Harry. We never heard that he was ever disrespectful. We never heard that he was rude. We never heard any of that. He's never been that guy. If anything, he's always been very relatable, very respectful, a royal for the people. He was almost like, the new Diana, vibe. So this whole thing that Prince Harry is in on it, that part I'm not buying, which is again why I think that this is more of a mouthpiece for the other royals to sort of clap back at them and to discredit them. Now, am I saying that they probably haven't been demanding? There probably hasn't been some screaming. No, I'm not saying that. I think both things are true. Let's call a thing a thing. I think that Meghan Markle probably can be hell on wheels. That whole I'm not here to coddle people. I bet she probably did say that. But I don't see Harry doing that unless he drastically changed. But it seems more like he's more beta and submissive when it comes to her. I don't see him really, and that's no shade towards Harry. But I don't really see him yelling and berating the staff. To me, that doesn't track. If that makes any sense. That part to me just does not track. I don't see him really doing that. The whole narrative that she never wanted to be liked, because she wanted to have this victim narrative that she could then go and use in the press. That I don't believe. Because I think that she did want to be the Oprah of the UK. I think she thought that she had made the big times. I think she thought this was it. I've transcended my race. I've transcended socioeconomic. I'm a princess now. I think that she thought that she would have open arms. I don't think she understood, and I also don't think she actually understood what it meant to be a royal. in that particular lineage. You know what I mean? I don't think she understood what her job was going to be, what the description was going to be. You know, Kate Middleton looks miserable all day, every day. Let's call a thing a thing. Kate Middleton does not look happy. She looks like an indentured servitude. She doesn't look happy at all. She's always very tight. She's always like smiling through very thin, tight lips. She's very frail. That's a whole other situation. Not sure what's going on with her body image, but I don't think that Meghan Markle understood the assignment when she was gunning to bag Prince Harry. Oh, that's another thing that they said, that she gave him an ultimatum when they were dating. She was like, you either publicly put out a statement that we're together or I'm going to leave you. I don't really care about that. I think that happens a lot in relationships. You're dating someone and you're like, well, if you don't post me on Instagram, then we're over. You know, if I can't meet your friends, then we're over. I think that happens a lot in relationships. The guy is kind of dragging his feet, making that commitment. He's kind of dragging his feet, going public, and the girl is just like, you better claim me or I'm out. I think that happens a lot in relationships. So I don't care that she gave him that ultimatum. Allegedly, if she did, good for her. You know, who wants to be like the girl you're banging in secrecy? Nobody wants to be that chick. So that's fine with me. But yeah, but I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the chat box below. Do you think that Meghan Markle really is this narcissistic sociopath bully who is just going around, you know, the royals' house, the big royal palace, yelling at people and screaming at people and throwing things and having temper tantrums, and, you know, people are having, you know, PTSD and their support group? Like, do you think she was really that out of control, bullying and crazy? Or do you think, sorry, you guys, or do you think, yeah, you know, maybe she had some moments, maybe she had some meltdowns, but she was under a lot of pressure. You know, she didn't realize what it meant to actually be a royal. Let's call a thing a thing. She probably did have some type of racist backlash that she was trying to navigate through. And it wasn't what she thought it was going to be. Put it down in the chat box. Also, do you think that she really wanted to be the Beyonce of the UK or the Oprah of the UK, and she showed up acting like that? What do you guys think? And do you think that she really had that agenda going in, that she didn't want to be liked by the royals? She didn't want to be liked by the staffers, so then she could then go and play victim like we saw on Oprah. Now, I'm not saying she played victim on Oprah, but you know what I mean. She opened up about a lot of stuff, revealed a lot of things. Some of those things people are saying isn't true, that she wasn't being 100% honest. We'll find out. But, or do you think, no, she really wanted to be liked, she thought she was going to be loved, and she got a rude awakening when she found out really quickly that was not in the cards for her, that she actually wasn't beloved, and that they actually had a lot of smoke for her, and that she had all of these royal duties that she now had to abide by, and rules. Also, what do you think about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, you know, sort of giving up the royal duties in 2020 and heading over to Canada and to California? What do you think about that? So put it down in the chat box below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Again, this bombshell book, Meghan Markle, Narcissistic Sociopath Bully. Those are some strong words. But before you comment down below, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. Share this with a friend, because a kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to shop the description box below and the Love Collection. With that, you guys, bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!